Hello, global citizens. Today, I just want to talk about 5 travel tips for when you're traveling to Kazakhstan. These tips hopefully can just help you out. If you're traveling to Kazakhstan, they could give you some extra knowledge, some extra things to help you have a better trip and help you to avoid making some of the big mistakes that people make when coming here for the first time without knowing anything. So here we go. Travel tip number 1, Yandex. So I would advise you guys to download the Yandex app. Yandex is the equivalent to Uber for Kazakhstan. It is the safest taxi service for tourists and it is very affordable. I usually pay about $3 for a 15-minute drive, so I would say that's pretty good. Tip number 2, learn basic Russian. Russian is the language mostly spoken here in Kazakhstan, so I would advise you to learn just the basic words like hello, how do I get here, where do I go from here, just simple stuff like that, you know what I mean, just to help you get around, just to help make the experience a lot better. It's also fun to learn a new language anyway, even if it's just the basic words. Tip number 3, be careful when crossing the roads. This is a big tip because it can save your life. People here are aggressive drivers, so be prepared when you take your first Yandex trip. When you're crossing the road, make sure you see the car slowing down before you continue walking, because they actually will not stop. And no, I'm not kidding. It almost happened to me the other day. I was crossing at a crosswalk and I was slowing down my walk a little bit just to signal to the driver, like kind of to be a little bit more considerate to the pedestrians, but they obviously didn't care because they kept going at their same pace. Almost hit me and I just like shook my head and I was like, wow, really? So I just learned to adapt to the driving culture here and cross either when there's no cars on either side for a very big distance, or just to cross at the traffic lights, which is a lot more safe. When it's green, you can go no problem. Tip number 4, download the Onai app. When you're taking public transportation like the buses, you can load money onto your app. Even if you're on the bus and you don't have any money left, you could just connect it to the Kaspi Bank, which they have here, and it's very simple. They have these Kaspi Bank machines everywhere. You can put like 1,000 tenge in there and you'll be good for a long time, because each trip is only 80 tenge anyways, which is about 16 cents US. So it's very affordable, and you can also buy the actual bus cards at the magazine stands. So here you'll see these little stands like where they sell magazines and things like that. So when you see one of those things, you could probably ask for an Onai card and they should have it. The card itself costs about 500 tenge, which is about $1 at the moment. So yeah, tip number 5, explore the outdoors. Kazakhstan is the 9th largest country in the world, and it has a lot of nature to see. From mountains sitting at 6,371 meters. Yes, I'm not joking. I know it's super high. It's like, I think it's among the highest mountains in the world, actually. They have canyons like the Grand Canyon in the USA, deserts, the Caspian Sea, alpine lakes, and of course, the Great Steppes. The great thing about Kazakhstan is that there's not a lot of tourists. So it's kind of a place where there's so many beautiful things to see. Like, if this was in a famous country like the US or England or one of these tourist hotspots, these places would be flooded with tourists. But because it's Kazakhstan, people don't know enough about Kazakhstan yet. You have a lot of these beautiful places to see, but not a lot of tourists. So if you're interested in Kazakhstan, I think it's still early and it's a great time to come and see Kazakhstan before the world awakens to this beautiful country and the beautiful things that it has to offer. When they do realize it's going to be flooded with tourists. So you still are early, you still have a chance to get in. So come here, enjoy it, take a lot of photos, bring your friends, bring your family, come and experience a beautiful country with great food, great culture, beautiful people, hospitable people, and ancient history, and so much more. So I hope you guys can make it over here one day soon if you haven't already. I definitely highly recommend it. I have a special bonus tip for you guys. If you're in Almaty city in the wintertime like I am, go check out Medeu, M-E-D-E-U, which is the world's largest high mountain skating rink. When you arrive here at Medeu, there are many things to see, not just the skating rink itself, but there's also skiing. There's lifts that take you all the way 3,200 meters up to Shimbulak, which is like the ski hill and snowboarding and stuff like that. You can also sleep up there. They have some accommodations. There are 3 lifts that take you to the top of Shimbolak. So that's how high this mountain goes. Like 1 lift, and the first lift takes about like 15-20 minutes just to get to the first. And then you have to take the second, then you have to take the third. But each time you go up, it gets more beautiful and more beautiful. And when you get to the top of Shimbolak, 3,200 meters, you'll see a sign. And also from there, you can do a beautiful, incredible hike that I just did. You can see on my channel, I did a vlog about that, to the Bogdanovich Glacier. So if you have a chance to see that, I would highly recommend that as well, because it's one of the most beautiful experiences that you can experience, in my opinion. Those are my tips for today. Thank you for watching, guys. And if you end up going to Kazakhstan and following some of these tips, go on one of my videos, leave me a comment, let me know how it went. I am very excited to hear about your travel experience to Kazakhstan. So bye for now, my global citizens.